Ever feel like your brain is running a million tabs at once and you just can't focus on any of them? You're not alone. In today's hyper-connected world, our attention is constantly being pulled in 100 different directions. But what if I told you that you could reclaim your focus, get more done in less time, and feel less stressed? It's not about magic. It's about understanding how your brain works and using some simple, science-backed strategies. Today, we are rediving deep into the art of deep work and how you can unlock your own superpower of concentration. First, let's talk about the enemy, shallow work. This is the stuff that fills up our days, but doesn't really move the needle. You know what I'm talking about? Endlessly checking emails, scrolling through social media, or jumping between small, easy tasks. Feels productive, but at the end of the day, you haven't made real progress on your most important goals. Shallow work is addictive because it gives us a quick hit of accomplishment, but it keeps us from the kind of focused effort that leads to breakthroughs and true satisfaction. The key is to recognize it and start minimizing it. So, how do we do that? The first step is to create a fortress of solitude for your mind. This doesn't mean you need to move to a cabin in the woods, although that does sound nice. It means intentionally scheduling blocks of time where you are completely unreachable. We're talking phone on silent and in another room, email client closed, and all notifications turned off. This is your deep work time. Start small. Maybe it's just 30 minutes a day. The goal is to train your brain to work without constant interruption. Think of it like a muscle. The more you train it to focus, the stronger it gets. During these deep work blocks, it's crucial to have a single clear objective. Don't just sit down to work on the project. Instead, get specific. I will write the first draft of the introduction, or I will solve these 3 specific problems. This clarity eliminates decision fatigue and tells your brain exactly what to focus on. Without a clear target, your mind is more likely to wander off in search of something easier or more stimulating, like checking the news or seeing what your friends are up to. A clear goal acts as an anchor for your attention. Now, let's get into the different philosophies of deep work, because one size doesn't fit all. The first is the monastic approach. This is the most extreme. Think of a professor who takes a sabbatical to write a book, completely cutting themselves off from their regular duties. This isn't practical for most of us, but it's good to know the ideal. Then there's the bimodal approach. This is where you divide your time into clearly defined stretches. For example, you might dedicate 4 days of the week to intense, deep work and 1 day to all the shallow stuff. Or maybe you take 1 week every month to go deep. It allows for intense focus while still keeping up with other obligations. A more flexible option is the rhythmic approach. This is my personal favorite and probably the most sustainable for most people. The idea is to make deep work a regular, daily habit. Create a chain of deep work sessions that you don't break. Maybe it's from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. every single morning. The power here is in the routine. Your brain learns to anticipate this focused time, making it easier to slip into a state of flow. It's like going to the gym at the same time every day. Eventually, it just becomes part of who you are. The key is consistency. Finally, there's the journalistic approach. This is for people whose schedules are completely unpredictable. Whichever style you choose, the next step is to ritualize your deep work sessions. Rituals are powerful because they signal to your brain that it's time to transition. Your ritual could be anything. Maybe it's making a specific cup of tea, tidying your desk, listening to a particular song, or doing a few minutes of light stretching. The act itself doesn't matter as much as the consistency. This pre-work routine helps you overcome the initial resistance and mental friction of starting a difficult task. It's like a warm-up for your brain. And what about when you're not in a deep work session? Here's a counterintuitive tip. Embrace boredom. The next time you're waiting in line or commuting, resist the urge to pull out your phone. Just let your mind wander. Why? Because if you're constantly feeding your brain a stream of easy, low-value information, it loses its ability to stay focused when things get tough. Being bored is actually a form of practice for your attention span. It teaches your mind to be comfortable without constant stimulation, which is essential for the long, focused sessions that deep work requires. Another crucial part of this is how you manage your energy, not just your time. Deep work is mentally draining. You can't do it for 8 hours straight. That's why scheduling downtime is just as important as scheduling focus time. You need periods of rest and recovery where you do something completely different. Go for a walk in nature, spend time with loved ones, or engage in a hobby. This isn't laziness. It's strategic recovery. It allows your subconscious mind to keep working on problems in the background and replenishes the mental energy you need for your next deep work session. Let's also talk about measuring your progress. It's important to track your deep work hours. Keep a simple log or a tally on a whiteboard. Seeing the hours add up is incredibly motivating. It proves to you that you're making progress and reinforces your identity as someone who can focus deeply. You might track the number of deep work blocks you complete each week, or the total hours spent. This simple act of measurement creates a feedback loop that encourages you to stick with the habit, especially on days when you don't feel like it. Finally, let's tie this all together. The ability to perform deep work is becoming increasingly rare at the exact same time it's becoming increasingly valuable in our economy. Mastering this skill is like developing a superpower. It allows you to learn complex things quickly and produce high-quality work efficiently. It's the key to standing out in a crowded field and finding deep satisfaction in your professional life. So, start small. Identify the shallow work in your day and look for ways to minimize it. Choose a deep work philosophy that fits your life and schedule your first session. Create a simple ritual to get you started and remember to give your brain time to rest and recharge. This isn't an overnight transformation, but a gradual process of retraining your attention. Be patient with yourself, celebrate your progress, and watch as you unlock new levels of productivity and fulfillment.
Thanks so much for watching.
If you found these tips helpful, give this video a like and consider subscribing for more content on productivity and personal growth. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to focus? Let me know in the comments below. See you in the next one.